Now, before the video starts, I'd like to call on anyone watching this video, please watch to the end of the video. You'll enjoy it. It's a good video. And also like and subscribe.
The rap game has always been divisive. Since the birth of hip-hop, the music genre has been divided into two schools of thought, the old school versus the new school. For decades, the founders of rap, the pioneers who provided the foundation for hip-hop, have remained locked in an seemingly everlasting battle with the up-and-coming rappers, who are shifting the sound of the genre. Those who advocate for old-school rap, otherwise known as old heads, claim that old-school rap is vastly better than the new rap that is coming out, and that present-day rappers are ruining the craft. In turn, up-and-coming rappers have responded by saying that the old heads are outdated and simply can't accept change. Despite the controversy, rapper J.Cole has seemed to find a middle ground, and begun to end the debate without picking a side. The Dreamville rapper's influence has impacted the rap game for the past decade, and seems to be making a complete shift in hip-hop. Both Cole's music and how he impacts others begs the question, is he the savior that hip-hop needs? The state of hip-hop today is one that can't be described with a single adjective. Even now, in real time, rap music continues to morph into something different, as new artists apply their own spin to the genre. Regardless of whether new rap is good or bad, it is making hip-hop lovers and scholars, artists and fans alike, pick a side. It could be argued that the division in rap can take away from the genre itself. Perhaps J. Cole is the MC who can regulate the issue. But why J. Cole? After all, there are many other impactful rappers, such as Kendrick Lamar and Childish Gambino, who could also be considered saviors of hip-hop. Similar to Cole, the messages in Kendrick's songs such as I, and Gambino's hit This Is America indicate that they are leaders of the genre and individuals who can bring stability to the rap game. What makes J. Cole stand out? For starters, 2018 was a huge year for J. Cole. The North Carolina rapper kicked off the year by dropping KOD, his fifth studio album in April. The project came in as #1 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart. It was the year's biggest week for an album, bringing in 397,000 album equivalents in a little under a week after the album's release. KOD consisted of introspective songs regarding Cole's legacy, but it also comments on the state of the rap game and the newer artists that have inherited it. On the track 1985, Cole touches on the divide between the old and new school of hip-hop. He raps,
"All these niggas poppin' now is young. Everybody say the music that they make is dumb. I remember I was 18. Money, pussy, parties, I was on the same thing. You gotta give a boy a chance to grow."
Cole also discusses the persona that many rappers in the past several years have adopted. They're tattooed from head to toe, do a range of different drugs, and use mumble rap as their go-to flow. As if he is talking directly to one of the new generation of rappers, Cole goes on to say,
"I hear your music and I know that raps change. A bunch of folks will say that that's a bad thing, cause everything's commercial when it's pop."
After KOD released 1985 turned heads. It made some members of the hip-hop community rejoice, and it rubbed others the wrong way, specifically rapper Lil Pump. Considered one of the new generation of rappers who uses mumble rap, the Florida rapper had dissed J. Cole on a track called Fuck J. Cole that was teased on social media, but never released. 1985 was believed by many to be J. Cole's response, including Pump himself. He responded to 1985 over social media, and surprisingly, rather than Cole giving a rebuttal, a video emerged with Lil Pump and J. Cole interviewing each other. The two MCs sat down in Cole's recording studio, The Shelter, and talked about how they came up in the rap game, their similarities, their differences, and ultimately reconciled over the rap beef from before. The exchange demonstrated how, although Cole was commenting on the new generation of hip-hop, he wasn't demonizing it. In fact, his connection with Pump shows how he can bridge the gap between the old school and the new school. At 34 years old, J. Cole technically should be considered an old head. After all, he signed with Jay-Z's Rock Nation label back in 2009, after founding his own Dreamville Records label in 2007. But Cole's music continues to evolve, so it's difficult to categorize him with the old head MCs who haven't been making music since the early to late 2000s. Cole talks about the disparity between hip-hop generations, and where he fits on Middle Child, a single he dropped in January of 2019. The song confirmed that Cole is a hybrid, possessing the ability to connect to both younger and older generations of hip-hop. The song is Cole reflecting on his current position. He raps, "I'm dead in the middle of two generations.